Hi, my name's Harry. I'm the youth pastor here at St Andrews, and I'm joined with Dave Keeper, our discipleship pastor. And we're putting together these short 5-minute videos just to answer some of the questions that have come up in our recent evening service series on the Sermon on the Mount. So Dave, I have a question for you today, and I want to know, what is the difference between the kingdom and the church?
Okay. It's a great question. It's a difficult question. I think, simply put, the kingdom is sort of the domain over which the king rules. So it's a physical, it's a spiritual reigning of God. So what God wants done gets done. Where his will is being done is where the kingdom is.
Mm-hmm.
So the kingdom is ruling over. Now, I think we can all say, as we look back at church history, that hasn't always been the case for the church. Many things that the church has done is not what the king wants done.
Mm.
So God's body on earth, the church, is the sphere where the vast majority of kingdom work happens. But they're not the same. And of course, God is working in the world everywhere and at all times.
Yeah.
But he so often is looking to use people. Very rarely does he just break in. So the kingdom reign is the rule over which God rules.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd love to think that was the church. But I think we can all say there are lots of things happening in church that aren't part of the kingdom.
So, as followers of Jesus, is our role to build the kingdom or to build the church?
Always to build the kingdom. I think it was Henry Nouwen that said, if you build the kingdom, you'll get a strong church.
Mm-hmm.
If you try and build the church, and usually that means, certainly in our modern day, using business techniques, using economic strategies,
Marketing,
yeah, it's a huge one. If you try and build the church, you don't always see the kingdom expanding.
Mm-hmm.
If you build the kingdom, you'll always get a strong community of believers.
What are the dangers then of focusing too much of our time on the church rather than the kingdom?
Kingdom doesn't get expanded. Jesus doesn't get glorified.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily become more loving, more caring, more like Jesus was a missional God on earth, and that, as he told us to pray, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Yeah.
We don't always see that in the church. So the focus must be on Jesus as the King of the kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
And then following and listening to him and living by faith, living by trust in him. And when we do that, we need to do it in community. We must do it in community.
Yeah.
Then we'll build a strong church.
Last question then to finish. What are the main practical things we can be doing to build the kingdom?
I don't think it's quite as simple as that. I think obviously seek first the kingdom, seek first Jesus, listening to him, and then learning together, learning how to love, learning to love what Jesus loved, and taking seriously what he said, which is partly why we're looking at the Sermon on the Mount, is actually putting into practice all the things that he's taught us. And I think, what is church success? It could be we're not as angry, we're not as lustful, we're more caring, we're more loving, but they're really difficult things to quantify. It's much easier to get bums on seats.
We just want numbers.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And that fits the ego.
Yeah.
For church pastors, it's hard to hard to brag about. My people are less angry than they used to be.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one, but I think in Jesus' eyes, that's what he's asked us to become.
Great. That's really helpful. Thank you. I hope that's helpful for you. If you've got any questions, just post them in the comment section below and we'll do our best to try and answer some of those for you. See ya.